Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs. Welcome back to another video. Now, today's video is going to be slightly different. We're going to be talking about something fantastic. Well, more specifically, someone fantastic.
Fantastic!
There are many memorable moments from Christopher Eccleston's time on Doctor Who, but today I'm here to discuss one of my personal favourites. However, first, I'll give you some context. I haven't even explained what this video actually is. The fantastic Sherbogan Who has organised this wonderful sort of collaboration throughout the Whoniverse, like Universal, Whoniverse. The biggest Whovian collaboration of all time. To celebrate the fantastic return of Christopher Eccleston's Ninth Doctor into the Big Finish universe. To discuss our favourite moments from the Ninth Doctor's era. We're each picking different scenes, ones which mean stuff to us. So yeah, links to everyone else's will be in the description. So, let's crack on with the video. The scene I've chosen to talk about is what some may consider a kind of unusual, unexpected one. But every time I watch it, I'm reminded of the impact of the Ninth Doctor, both in terms of the show, but also in terms of my real life. Funnily enough, this particular scene doesn't even feature the character of the Ninth Doctor. Rather, it follows Rose, Mickey and Jackie. The moment I'm talking about is of course the tragic scene which takes place just after the Doctor has sent Rose back home to Earth.
Doctor, what are you doing?
When, in an effort to try and comfort her, Jackie and Mickey take her to go and get some chips.
Have you tried that new pizza place on Minto Road?
What's it selling?
Pizza.
Chips are the solution to, like, everyone's problems, right? Unlike all of Who that came before it, Series 1 takes a really quite domestic approach, focusing on the companions' home lives. The character of Rose acts as an audience surrogate. She's basically me or you. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I realise I'm very similar to Rose.
Got no A-levels, no job, no future. But I tell you what I have got.
Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Oh, my A-level's going down the toilet. Not only can many of us actually relate to the character of Rose, we also see the Doctor's world entirely through the eyes of Rose. She's just your average human who wants just that little bit more from life. Just as many of us who watch Doctor Who watch it for that escapism, for that fun, for that, like, mind taken off the dull, depressing reality of life. Wow. Really positive today, Joe. Rose travels with the Doctor to forget her life that just revolves around chips. You know what? I think Doctor Who writers have an obsession with chips.
I'm Bill. I serve chips.
I want chips.
Me too. I bought chips.
Like an unhealthy obsession.
I got chips though.
The scene starts with a mundane shot of meat being slowly spun around and cooked, clearly representing the dull, repetitive nature of Rose's life without the Doctor, as Jackie and Mickey can be heard blabbering on in the background about some dull nonsense to do with the shop going up market.
It's gone up market, this place. They're doing little tubs of coleslaw now.
This once again reinforces the boring and arbitrary nature of human existence.
What is my purpose?
The camera keeps cutting to close-ups of Rose's bored and melancholy face, as both us and Rose sit there impatiently waiting for something more interesting to happen. But as the scene goes on, it becomes abundantly clear that unless Rose, or us as an audience, stands up and makes a change, nothing's gonna happen. We're just gonna sit there eating chips. Suddenly, Rose can't take it anymore.
That fight is happening right now.
And she snaps.
He's fighting for us, for the whole planet, and I'm just sitting here eating chips.
And it's at this very moment that we truly get to see the powerful effect that the Doctor has had on this trio.
Fantastic.
For the first time ever, Jackie actually respects the Doctor.
Right now, I love him, and do you know why?
Like, verbally and emotionally respects him, which is a big deal. She even goes as far as to praise his actions and tell Rose that he did the right thing.
Because he did the right thing. He sent you back to me.
And from this point on, every time Jackie meets the Doctor, she treats him with respect. There is far more of a bond between the two characters. Interestingly enough, from this episode onwards, we actually do get to see Mickey begin to adapt and change his life around this very philosophy. This is the growing point for Mickey. He listens to what Rose says and carries it forth with him for the rest of his time on the show. He goes from a bumbling wimp in Rose to his departure where he's a badass, gun-wielding Cyberman killer. He has outgrown the need for Rose, he has become his own person, and ultimately, that change can be traced back to the 9th Doctor. But most importantly, we see the impact upon Rose herself as she shouts about doing the right thing, about how there's more to life than just sitting at home and eating chips.
What do I do? Catch the bus, go to work, come back home, eat chips and go to bed, is that it?
We also get the moral question of whether what Rose says is right.
I can't.
Why? Because you're better than us?
No, I didn't mean that.
We see it slowly dawn on Rose that she isn't just with the Doctor for the travelling or the exploring of alien planets. She's there because the Doctor has shown her a better way of life.
Spaceships and things, that don't matter. The Doctor showed me a better way of living your life. That you don't just give up.
On a personal note, this scene pretty much cemented my morality and personal ethical viewpoints from a very early age. The way that the Doctor deals with problems, without violence, without hatred, he does what he does because it's right, because it's decent, and above all, that's the wrong episode. The impact of the 9th Doctor and his approach to life is firmly rooted in me, and has been since I was a child. You don't just give up. You don't just let things happen, you make a stand, you say no, you have the guts to do what's right when everyone else just runs away. Insert Rose slamming a table over.
And I can't.
The Doctor isn't even in the scene, but his presence is felt. He truly is a hero, different from any other on TV. He doesn't blow up bad guys, or shoot them, or James Bond them off a cliff, or Mandalorian snap their necks and try and kill a child. He's a figure of fundamental morality, the bare basics of what a child needs to know to get on in life. The character teaches everyone who watches, irrespective of age, what is right from what is wrong. Apologies if this has kind of turned into some sort of weird philosophical lecture, but just roll with it. It's also worth noting that rarely ever in Series 1 does the 9th Doctor actually save the day. He's almost always saved by those around him. Even if he doesn't always manage to keep to his morals, the core concept and idea of never cruel, never cowardly, always prevails. He's not perfect, but then neither are we as an audience. For myself and many others, the 9th Doctor was a role model to look up to. When faced with a problem, I do still often find myself thinking, what would the Doctor do? And yes, that may sound silly, because I mean, at the end of the day, he is just a fictional alien face shifter person. However true that may be, the idea and impact of this fantastic character cannot and should not be underestimated. Anyway, that does bring us to the end of today's video. Please do remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Don't forget to click below.
Subscribe to the Confused Adipose.